Hi there, I'm Vivien Saunders from the Fair Tax in Sport campaign, and I'm standing in the general election in Witney, not because I want to stand against David Cameron, but because I want to give him and other politicians the message that they need to do much more about British sport. There is no Olympic legacy. There are fewer people playing sport now than before the Olympics. We need to encourage people to build new sports facilities, and we need to get the tax treatment of sport fair. Now, don't think tax and switch off, think sport and listen to the messages. Now, there are two sorts of sports facilities in this country. One are considered to be non-profit making, that's sort of local authorities and schools and private members' clubs, and the other are commercial. Those that are non-profit making don't have to charge VAT, and those that are commercial do. Okay, you think that's straightforward, but let's give an example. There's a golf club in Berkshire, considered to be non-profit making, that has taken £16 million in visitors' fees from the general public just to lower the member subscriptions. They've never paid a penny tax, they are considered to be non-profit making, and they're VAT exempt. And then down the road would be a small commercial snooker club, a boxing gym, a fitness centre, a driving range, and they have to charge VAT at 20%. It isn't fair on you, the sports player, and it isn't fair on the people who build sports facilities. It's absolutely crackers. Now, it's rather like this. Just supposing you went through the Dartford Tunnel from south to north. There are two tunnels. Supposing the left-hand one was VAT exempt and you didn't have to charge or pay VAT, and it was £2.50. And the right-hand one, which looks exactly the same, would be standard rated and you'd have to pay £3. Everyone would rush through the left-hand tunnel, and that's what's happening to the people who are building sports facilities of the future in this country. They are being clobbered to death by the distorted VAT. Now, Europe encourages countries to adopt reduced rate VAT for sport, and in this country it would be 5%, and it would make a tremendous difference. Now, the Treasury comes up with the old rubbish that they don't have the money to do it. But they do. You know, last year, the Chancellor and the government treated sport with complete and utter disdain because we had been campaigning for 20 years to get reduced rate VAT for sport down to 5%. And what did the Chancellor do? He reduced the VAT on bingo. Now, does he really think that reducing the VAT on bingo is going to do more for the nation's health and well-being than reducing it on sport? It is ridiculous. So if you're in the Witney constituency and you have a spare vote, then please think of voting for me, Vivien Saunders, reduce VAT in sport. And if you don't vote for me, and if David Cameron is still your MP, as I'm sure he will be, and perhaps still the Prime Minister, then lobby him seriously to do something about British sport and lower the VAT rate. Let's make British sport fair again, and let's get people building sports facilities. Thank you.